Okay, it is 9:45 a.m. and I had one attempted buy and that was it. I don't really see anything else right now. GTOR was pretty interesting because it broke past this 42 level. As you can see, this kind of like is a resistance level minus this one time when it got past it and it made a top at 46. I was interested in it and I did place an order to buy at 422 when I saw that 42 was trying to break and it was now having 422 at the ask at 941. I just didn't get filled and it continued the uptrend, and this one trades with a really wide spread, so I only had an interest of trading 2,500 shares, which isn't very much, just because of the fact that it has a wide spread and it could have really dropped to the 38s or something even lower if it decides to panic. But this is pretty impressive. It's now at 50. Am I salty that I missed out? Not really. I think I did the best with what I could have done. And maybe in the future, if I see a setup like this, it doesn't have to be the same stock, I'll trade it. VRUS isn't really interesting to me. I would rather this one uptrend and make a second green day. SYXX isn't really doing anything that I'm interested in. And I spent a very long time looking at GESI because, in theory, it could have broken this high right here, this morning high at 510, and then maybe, as you can see, it kind of top tier before. It was a top tier, it didn't even get to 510, but it could have perhaps broken this level and then made a run towards the ultimate highs, which would have been this 524 level, and do something pretty cool. But it didn't. It sold off. Maybe if I was looking at GTOR in the other screen, I would have been able to have caught this and maybe be a part of the setup. But that's totally fine. It doesn't seem like there's really a lot of things going on right now. And I'll keep looking for setups. But this was one that I could have been a part of. Otherwise, that's all I have for right now. It's 12:08 p.m. and I'm happy to note that this thing is continuously uptrending, which is great. I had that interest way back here at 422, and just to make sure it was at 941. Yeah, that was right here. It has continued the uptrend. It did a follow-up breakout over this 52 level, and it continued the run again. It had a dip and never got to VWAP or anything, but then it made another move from this 58 level to 70. So this one is very volatile. It does trade with a wide spread. It's kind of like SYXX in a way. Ideally, if this thing can uptrend over a longer period of time, this can be great for morning panic bounce plays. And that's really been about it. I don't think I'm going to trade anything. And I have a whole bunch of work to catch up with. So I do want to make this little recap before the market close. And as for the other ones, this one has no action. This one can maybe try to break past VWAP, but that's not something really that I'm interested in. Although if it can maybe break VWAP and then uptrend and maybe even try to go green on the day, which isn't too far from the previous close, and maybe get to the 6 cent level, this could be something that will be pretty profitable. Otherwise, that's really about it. Just pretty interesting. And I'll make an update probably when the market is closed. Okay, it is 10:15 p.m. and I am here to call it off. Overall, this is a $0 trade. I didn't make anything. I didn't lose anything. I didn't trade anything, but I did have that interest with GTOR, and this one ended up being a super nice runner. Again, breaking the 42 level, and then breaking this follow-up 52 level. And it did have a dip again here, but it wasn't towards VWAP, but that was still something to take into consideration. And yeah, this was pretty nice. And then this one right here is a new runner, WSFT. I added it later. It even broke the day high near the end before the close, and it offered a really nice move towards the upside. We have two potential runners, and I'm going to be watching these for breakouts. GTOR can be a setup if maybe tomorrow it's volatile and it breaks the day high of this day, which is 74. And WSFT, if this one continues the uptrend, although this thing had a really massive spike, it will be something I'll be watching in the morning for a setup like that. And again, if these two can continue the run over a longer period of time, they will be potential morning panic bounce play setups. It kind of sucks that I missed out on this one, but at least I was on the right track. And it would have been a setup that I ideally could have sold in two pieces and have been super profitable with. And then maybe that would have given me the confidence to even try this part right here. That's really about it. And yeah, I hope I can actually get a trade. And if I trade, I hope I do my best. But for today, there was no trades, and that's it for this weekly. Wow, did I say weekly? That's it for this daily recap.